Hey guys, so I just picked up some new headlight overlays. This time it's 3M Headlight Film and it's from Cool Tint 604. I got some comments about tinting the original headlights, so here's another option for you guys. It's a completely clear film. As you guys know, 3M is a great company that goes over and it just protects the whole headlight. Now covers the entire thing, so it will take a little bit of stretching as far as getting it over the contours and stuff, but if you guys didn't want to tint your headlights at all, this is the best option. It's 100% clear. It's great to protect against rock chips and bugs and things like that, and it won't change the appearance. So I'm going to have to remove the tint I have on here, and they also have the fog light. It comes with the fog light overlay too, so I'll be doing that video in a couple days, so check back on that. But for now, I'll just do the headlights. So if you guys are looking for something to protect your headlights but not change the look of them, this is a great option. It's 3M Headlight Film from Cool Tint 604. I'll put a link below and show you the installation on these. Thanks, everybody. So guys, I sped this up a little bit just so it wouldn't bore you, but I'll explain things as I go along the way here. So here what I'm doing, I already cleaned this, so I'm just spraying it with some soapy water, the back side of the film, and then the headlight itself. And here you don't want to apply a little bit, just go heavy with it because it helps it slide. So here I just kind of set it in place, lining up the main part of the headlight. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little too short because it does require stretching. So I'm just going to set probably the first half here of the headlight in place because this is the easy part, it's the flat part here. So I'm just using some heat, nothing crazy here, just kind of setting it. And then I'm using my left hand, I'm pulling it at the same time. So the corner meets the corner of the headlight here. And it's not gonna fit flat here because you're stretching it, so that's okay. You just want to stretch out the vinyl to the rough contour of the headlight here. So here I'm just checking it, I'm pressing it, making sure that the corner actually meets the corner here. Gonna use some more heat here. And then what you don't want is it to be too dry. So if you notice it gets really dry, keep spraying moisture on the film like I'm doing here, because you don't want to be squeegeeing the top of the film with no moisture on it because it will scratch it. And then what happens is it causes wrinkles in it. So here I pulled that back off and put some more because remember I already stretched it to how I wanted it. So now you pretty much just have to form it to the headlight. And it's not as bad as it sounds. Like, you just have to take your time and realize that you aren't getting this in the first shot. You know, it'd be too easy if it was just you spray it, throw it on there, and set it. But this, especially this headlight, has some curves to it. So just take your time. Like I said, you get the rough edges, like I'm doing here. I'm just kind of getting this flat part set and watching this corner. And you can take it off and spray it as many times as you need to. And don't be afraid to do that. You know, what you don't want is to heat it all the way where it's dry, because then as you peel it, you're going to stretch it even more doing that. So just watch the edge. Here, as you can see, I'm just watching this corner as I'm heating the middle, and that's where you want to stretch from the middle. Since the flat part of the headlight is pretty basic, it's flat, and there's some gaps around it, so it's easy. You don't have to really tuck it in anything. So here I'm just applying more heat. And you're just going to watch, and the vinyl has a tendency to kind of lay a certain way, so you kind of want to see how that goes right here. Like, see the bottom, it's always going to have, I wouldn't say a wrinkle, but it would kind of pucker a little bit, and that's okay, because as you set it, you can apply more heat and you'll just flatten those down, and they're pretty easy. And if you didn't want to do it right away, you could come back in an hour after the moisture evaporates, and you should be able to use your finger and just press them down, they'll stick. Just realize that there will be moisture under here. So you'll see some little bit of moisture underneath, just like if you got your windows tinted, you know, where you'll need a couple days to go by where all the fogginess and haziness will come out. So that's fine. So here I'm just working on this edge here. And again, I'm just spraying more soapy water on the top and working it down. And you'll find that I would say the hardest part is the corner here where it bends, because it'll have a tendency to want to lift. So you just have to keep working it, keep using heat, and pretty much you're just forming that overlay to the headlight. and you repeat it enough and it will lay down. And the nice thing about these headlights is you can easily tuck it. Like you tuck it up under here, underneath that little piece of grill. It's not hard. And it's completely clear. So even if you didn't get it perfect, you can't really tell. I mean, mine goes to the edge, but if you didn't, you can't tell. It's not like it has a tint on it. So here I'm just working it again underneath the grill here. I'm tucking it. Here's the part I was talking about. Didn't really want to stick, so you just keep working around. Don't let it get you down. Just keep getting the rest of it, and then the heat will really help. High heat on those stubborn areas, and they'll lay down. They'll stick. Not a problem. But it really takes shape as you get it set. You'll really like the look of it. Like I said, it doesn't change anything. It looks like you have nothing on there. But when you fill it with your hand, you can tell there's protector on there. It's pretty thick too. So it will protect it against rock chips and other things. And again, just make sure you have exactly how you want it. If you're gonna use a full heat on the whole headlight. Because once you stick it on there, to pull it back off, it might kind of distort it a little bit. So I'm just making sure, it's how I like. Apply heat, and I'll spray it if I need to, and work it around. Then when I got it how I really like it, then I'll just put heat on the entire light and just let it set. The only thing I have to do here, because I removed my marker light, the tin over the marker lights here, the little reflectors, I could always put that back on here, the overlay back over the top of it if I want to. So I might do that later too. Here, and then what I've noticed too, you don't want to try to get it perfect. I mean, there's got to be like little spots of water inside. Like I said, over a couple days, that will evaporate out. So you don't want to mess with it so much where you're scraping the whole thing to get it perfect. If it's just water under there, it will evaporate. So don't worry about it. But you just want to get the edges good. And then like this edge right here, as it dries, you'll be able to push it down there and it'll stick to the corner. It's just if there's a lot of moisture, it won't stick right away. So just realize that. Just don't panic about it. Just let it go. And probably the next day, come back, push it with your hand or a tool, and it'll stick to the headlight. And then the heat really bonds it. So that's about it, guys. Not too bad. Let's see the final product. Here we go. This is all done. Looks great. I really like it. So if you guys don't want to put something on that changes it, it's not a big deal. Like here's some moisture in there I was telling you about. That'll come out. You don't want to mess with it too much because you can cause wrinkles in it. So you can push it there. But like I said, just let it evaporate. Let time, work with you. Don't like try to sit there and mess with it all. But as you can tell, you can't tell there's nothing on there. And here's the other one. Looks really good. I have water still sprayed on it. But so if you guys really want to protect your headlights and you don't want to add a 20% or 35% tint on them, this is your option. It's great. It's 3M, as you guys know, is a trusted company. Pick it up from Cool Tint 604 on eBay. I'll put a link in the description. This kit also comes with the fog light pieces too. So check back a couple days. I'm going to be installing those too. Same thing, but those will be pretty straightforward because there's no curves. It's just simple. Stick on there with the soapy water and press them and then squeegee them out. That'll be easier. But see this, the little parts in here with the moisture, that'll evaporate. You just have to let it either sit in the sun. You don't want to use too much heat to try to force it. Just let it happen because it takes time. Let me know what you guys think. Leave comments below. Again, this is a great option for you guys. Hope everything's going good.